Thanks for listening to the AZ12 podcast. Already 230 lives before we even start. What? All right. With Jason Scheer, I am merely Mike Luke. All right, guys, this was an absolutely massive listen. At the end of the day, a win is a win is a win in the Big 12, and Baylor is a very talented team. They're probably going to be an 8 or a 9 seed. I don't care. Arizona got kind of screwed by the officials, and they still got the win. We're going to break this all down. But Jason, you can absolutely start looking back and say now you win a couple more games, you're probably right back on that 3 line.
I would actually beg to differ. I think Arizona's on that 3 line.
I'll take it. I like it.
I mean, I know what you're saying, but I was listening to a bracket guy earlier at the Field of 68. He does a really nice job, and he said if Arizona wins, they're probably back on the 3 line. I mean, winning at Baylor is a really good win. There's a reason why Arizona was an underdog in Vegas. People should be very happy with tonight's result.
Yeah, we got to give up. Now, we got to give a lot of shout-outs, and it started good. I do want to talk about the cheating by the refs, though. Mulebach messaged me. 25 free – listen, I know that Arizona beat them up in the paint. I get that. 25 free throws to 6 when Arizona is that bothered me, Scheer. That made no sense until I looked at it. I did not like that.
What's great about that, Mike, is that Arizona finished with more points in the paint. So usually there's a correlation. The team with more points is the one getting fouled. Not in this one. Arizona couldn't guard.
Right.
They just and not because they were bad defensively. They weren't allowed to. I mean, every time they tried to guard, and finally Edgecombe figured it out. I mean, thankfully Fran pointed out to him. But Baylor's a really good offensive team, analytically, all that. They only shot 40% from the field. They were 5 of 22 for 3. Without the free throws, Mike, this game's a blowout.
Yes, it is. And again, Arizona also had a couple things, too, that weren't going in its way. This is one of the first times all season where you had to go without Jaden Bradley for quite a while. Oh, a $9.99 super snap. No soft weenies. P.S. Edgecombe is kind of good. The great Andre Veras. Yes, we're going to talk about the no soft weenies on this team. But that was impressive for me that they were able to hold on. You and I disagreed. I thought he should have gone back to Jaden Bradley earlier. Just because it works out doesn't mean it was the right decision. But at the end of the day, you were able to get by with KJ playing point guard. And it worked.
Yeah, I mean, it's damned if you do. You know, if he goes in and you put him in with 6 minutes left and he fouled out, you're done, right? They probably lose that game. I think if Baylor ties it or gets within like 2 points, Jaden probably goes in. Well, you have a 4 to 6 point cushion, I guess you could call it. I think Tommy tried to ride that out because you want Jaden on the court at the end of the game. This was our biggest fear all season, right? What happens if Jaden Bradley gets hurt or fouls out? It wasn't pretty. When he was off the court, but Arizona was good enough. It confirmed that they do not have a backup point guard, but Arizona was good enough defensively to kind of hold for 4 or 5 minutes and get Jaden back in the game.
All right, and something happened before the game that it even started. I think probably should have started very early on. We have finally got rid of the Trey Townsend having to start thing. You've got Henry Vasar in there. That should be the starting lineup. We're going to talk about how I thought Tommy did a very nice job with his rotations in there. Townsend just isn't good enough. You can't play him. He stinks. You've got Henry Vasar. You've got Tobe Awaka. Then you've got, obviously, ADO, which we're going to get to, by the way. Caleb Love. You have to do that. Again, I know people say, well, it only matters who finishes. I get all of that. But at the same time, you're not supposed to start your worst player. And we stopped doing that. I like that.
So it's interesting because TV, I think it said, or maybe it's radio. I think it was Brian, the GOAT, who almost got killed tonight.
Oh yeah, we're gonna talk about that. That was not you better back off, Omir.
Yeah, you mess with the glove.
Yeah, you mess with the claw. You get the Go ahead.
He said that basically Tommy said it wasn't a permanent thing. It was they wanted to go big. Now, I'm not sure I believe that, mostly because Trey only played 6 minutes in the second half. In the first half, he played 5 minutes, and it's not like he's short, right? I mean, it felt like you know what, we're gonna see how this goes. But how do you go? Like you beat Baylor on the road, your bigs dominate the game. How do you go back? Right. Like how do you go back to that against Baylor or Utah or whatever, BYU, or how do you do it?
I was talking with somebody again, and he made this point, and he is 505 lives already. Spread the word. And again, I don't want to turn this into the whole Trey Townsend thing, but at the same time, he said, generally I get the whole argument about how you're going to play, who it matters who ends the game, but you don't start your worst player. You just don't do that. And Trey is your worst player in the rotation, period.
Yeah.
He is. There's no other way around it. He just is. Claire Cook, the great Claire Cook, because you guys help curb my cardiac cat's anxiety. Great show, fellas. Very much appreciate that. But I am happy about this. You got Henry Vasar is a difference maker. He and Tobe, I've always thought it was absolutely ridiculous that they couldn't play together. Come to find out that maybe they can play together a little bit. I'm sure Fry Rice on the board is going to come up with some weird thing about how you can't play them in the corners together or whatever. I don't care about any of that. You got to play them both together, Scheer.
It worked tonight, right? It worked against a smaller team. And one thing I like about it, too, is a lot of times coaches will say, oh, they're playing small, so we have to play small. Tommy goes, they're playing small, so we have to play big. And we're going to try to force Baylor to adjust to us. Yes. There were times where Baylor spread Arizona out and it looked good, but you take a look at Arizona, 42 points in the paint, 48% from the field. They were just better inside, and it worked. And maybe it's not going to work every game. Maybe against Houston, it's different or whatever. Maybe BYU, if they go 4 guard and they spread the floor out and shoot more threes, maybe you change. But at the end of the day, it worked. And I liked what Tommy did by saying, look, you may be small, but we're going to go at you and we're just going to try to go bigger.
Yeah, and that's what I think you have to do. I think you have to do exactly that, where you basically say you have to go, listen, I mean, my team's better than your team. One thing that I did come away from this thinking too, Arizona's Baylor's talented. Arizona is just a better basketball team than Baylor. Arizona is a better team. It feels like if they were to play 10 times, Arizona would win about 8 of those games.
Well, I was saying a game, was there any point where you felt Arizona was going to lose?
No,
tonight I didn't.
Not really. My only concern
even when Baylor cut it, they cut it, but Jaden Bradley wasn't on the court. And when Jaden was on the court, Arizona was considerably better. Arizona is better than Baylor.
Arizona's just yes.
Right. Houston, Texas Tech, Iowa State are probably the only 3 teams that I watch Arizona. I say, you know what? They're not better, right? They're probably equal with Tech. They're probably equal with Iowa State. I'll even give them. Houston's better than that's fine. Whatever way you want to go. Kansas, I think Arizona's better no matter what happens here in a couple weeks. But Arizona's just better than Baylor.
Yeah, okay. We got a couple super snaps coming in here. John Taylor, bring these up, Cody. We got a couple super snaps we got to get to here. Come on, Cody. Wilbur's Big Burner, 199, and there was one above that from John Taylor. Tommy spots huge weaknesses on Baylor's D in first half and puts all 3 bigs in genius. The other thing, too, there's another thing that I really, really like about this, but first, we're going to talk about the rotations, but first, we need to get to the Green Valley Decorative Rock star of the game, my friend. Green Valley. Oh, look at that. That's so good. The rock star. Welcome to the rock star of the game. All right, you can go a lot of different ways here. I'm gonna go with Tobe Awaka in this game. Started off slow, ended up with 13 and 13. I thought the man of girth showed some girth, and I said it out there. And some Baylor fans were wondering, and I said you're about to see some real girth from and I thought he played really, really well. What do you think, Scheer?
Walker's not a bad choice. Welcome
to the rock.
I'll switch it up. I think Henry, I know Walker got more boards. Henry 4 assists, played great defense, and just the ball moves so much better when he's a focal point of the offense. There's a time where give him the ball, even if he passes it up, even if he just helps the flow of the offense, is just so much smoother. But it's him or Awaka easily.
Yeah, okay, now let's see here. Oh, Jeremiah Dibble.
Something remarkable, Mike, by the way.
The great Jeremiah Dibble, $4.99 super snap. Bring that back up, Cody. We gotta give our guy Jeremiah Dibble. Yes. Road Dogs, high win, big to big passing was impressive tonight. Hashtag Trey stinks. All of that is correct. Yes, thank you very much, Jeremiah Dibble. What did you just send me, Scheer?
You gotta look at your phone. Do you have it near you?
Oh, I got it. Hold on, hold your horses.
This is Mike's gonna lose his mind when he sees this. It's not a commitment or anything.
Oh my gosh. They are absolutely. Baylor is trying to get in on the Baylor had a bunch of furries at the game, and they were trying to get in there and get in the furries for Burries movement. That will not happen on our watch. You get out of there. Okay. Now, my also when we're talking about the Green Valley Decorative Rock Star of the game. By the way, I was just told I couldn't do it last week. Somebody's got to pay me to not do it again.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I will continue to do it again. You know, you mess with the paw, you get the glove. You know the drill around here. But man, those two guys are just good. And what I really like too about Awaka is that he keeps the ball high. He does that. I also very much like what Tommy is doing now with Carter L. Bryant. In that, listen, if Trey's going to be in the game, you're not going to get rebounds. He's just not going to get rebounds. He just won't. And so if you have him in there, I think you have to stagger it. You have to have Carter in there at the 3 to help out on the rebounds. Otherwise, you're just going to get eaten alive on the boards. I like that he did that. This was one of the first times that I've seen him do it. I like that, Scheer.
I like the rotations a lot today as a whole. He was very clearly, I know Jaden Bradley was in foul trouble, but he was very clearly trying to give him a couple minutes early in the game. Caleb Love, I don't know if he rested or benched. We'd have to ask Tommy. He only played 28 minutes. I think he got benched for a little bit there.
I did too, yeah.
He shot 3 bad shots in a row when they were up like 7, and then he got right out of the game. But I like the fact that there were lineups that didn't play Carter at the 3.
I love having Carter at the 3.
Yeah, it worked. I think it was Carter at the 3, Tobe at the 4, Henry at the 5 with KJ. And
yes,
it worked. And I like that they're still kind of working with rotations. And Shelby's right, by the way.
Yeah,
there is one guy actually came close to making player of the game, Mike.
We're going to talk about ADO, but that is your Green Valley Decorative Rock Star of the game. All right, prom queen, Stanley Goodspeed from the okay. Now ADO. Oh yeah, hit the like. All right. Now ADO. ADO was really, really good.
You nailed it. You told the people.
Yeah. Yes, we did. Yes, we talked about ADO, and we were going to take our victory lap tomorrow as well. ADO was good, and ADO was active defensively as well. Ben White kept messaging us, talking about he was getting his hands everywhere. There were so many, like you looked around, and his hands were on balls everywhere. It was impressive what he was able to do. He was making shots, and I've been telling you this from the beginning. ADO is actually a fairly clever finisher in traffic. I know that it's especially like it looked like his life was about to end on that fast break and he was still able to finish it. We like ADO on this show.
He shot 5 threes and only one of them was bad. And that was because it was at the end of the shot clock. He had one that he missed. That was pretty much halfway down. You're right. He is a better finisher than people give him credit for. He finished the play where he got annihilated in the face.
Right.
Right. Like
Ben White made that exact point in the text about getting annihilated in the face. Yes. Go ahead.
And the thing also with him is like, again, he'll never be an elite defender. He's just not quick enough laterally.
He wants to be, though.
But he wants to be. And tonight, by far, was his best defensive game of the season.
All right, now we can see that to me is the difference between him and Trey is that there will be games where ADO is good. There's not going to be games where Trey is good. That's
the biggest difference, Mike. And again, I don't want to crap on Trey any more than we do because Arizona won and all that, but it's an effort thing too. You look at ADO and he is trying his ass off defensively. He just can't do it. Like
all right,
me,
now
like me basically.
Now let's talk a little bit about Caleb Love. Listen, if I totally get people that are like, I don't want to ever see Caleb Love shoot a 3 again. I get it. But when Caleb Love, and this is another game, when he's going to the basket, he is showing you a new wrinkle. And I love the Magic Johnson skyhook down the lane. He's got to keep doing that. He's got to keep doing that, Scheer, because that is what allows you to to continue. Because again, like we talked about a million times, he's not going to put together 6 consecutive shooting games. That's not going to have these glasses. He's not going to put together 6 grade shooting games. Just not going to do that. So
go to the basket.
Go to the basket. Go to the basket.
Looking like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with the hook shot. He has the dunk. He looks awesome. And then he starts the second half, and we knew it. I texted Brogan. I was like, right when he got in foul trouble the first half, you knew he was going to come out in the second half and gun.
Right. Yeah.
And also, there's such a difference. I like Caleb. I like him more than other people. I don't think he's as bad as people make him out to be. The 1 step forward, 2 step back 3. It never makes sense. But then he makes a 3 where he's set in the corner. When his feet are set, he's a very good shooter.
But he's got to do that though. I don't understand why he did that. He had a play where he had a wide open 3 and he decided to dribble it once. No, don't do that. We don't like that.
But and you're right. The thing is, like, this is Caleb Love. Like I post on the board, like this is who he is. And in the next 2 games, he's going to score 20 points.
Right.
Absolutely.
No, again, but again, I love when you get, and here's another thing too. There's nobody and I mean this, there's nobody in college basketball that I would rather have taking clutch free throws than Caleb Love. I 1000% mean that. He would have made 20 straight of those free throws. And we've seen it time and time again. I will take him shooting free throws every single day of the week with that one, Scheer.
Absolutely. And defensively, there's kind of a my bad movement a little bit because I said before the game that Robert Wright is amazing. To get this done, read this real quick. It's exciting.
Okay. We got a super snap from AZ Wildcat fan. The Awaka Vasar lineup hides ADO on defense a little more and lets us have HIV. I was going to say I don't need to get HIV out of this. HV and ADO creativity on offense. I very much like that. $5 super snap. Yeah. Okay, go ahead, Scheer.
Robert Wright is a stud. In Arizona, he had 0 points, Mike.
Yes, exactly.
Points. The only time 0 for 6. The only game all season he has not scored. They ate him alive, and he is really, really good.
Yes. Yes, we need to. Yes, we this was a good win. This is another thing that I'm going to say. Yeah.
Can someone clip that for us, please?
Yeah, I was going to say if Wilbur's, I'm sure if Wilbur's watching, he'll probably get that. Look at the Caleb needs the Tom Fords. But the other thing too, and I'm going to keep saying this, is that there was, that Ken Southall guy on I
have him muted because he's so annoying. But yes.
Oh my gosh! So I literally put out on Twitter. I said that this is what's so great about the Big 12 is that we're at a point where you could probably get back into a 3 seed by winning at Baylor. And then he puts out this stupid tweet. He's like, oh, Baylor, they're not even ranked. And I said, they're still an 8 seed and they still have a lot of talent. And then he goes on this whole thing about, he's like, well, you didn't really have a hard time when, or he's like, you couldn't even beat Washington State last year or whatever the heck. I mean, whatever the case, dude, you do not get my point at all about this. It is much more difficult to be able to get out there and to be able, in an environment like this. This had an NCAA tournament feel to it, Jason Scheer. Stop being a putz.
It is so hard to beat a team on the road in the Big 12. It's hard. And Kobe's right on the side. Can you imagine if you're the 1 seed like a Florida and you're looking at
nice.
What are you doing?
Oh, hold on. Sorry. I was looking for my soda everywhere. Hold on.
What just happened?
Nice.
I thought you were showing us your crotch.
Yeah.
The views just skyrocketed.
I was just going to say, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't have had to lower the screen for that. Yes.
If you were a 1 seed, and I'm sure Duke and Auburn don't care, but let's say you're like Florida, right? And you get Baylor as your 8.
You don't want anything to do with that.
No, you don't want anything to do with their athleticism and shooting.
Yes, no, you don't want anything to do with that. Now, hey, let's talk about the RJ's Frozen Cactus. RJ's Frozen Cactus. Moment of the game. What is the moment? Oh, you know what my moment of the game is?
I have a very easy one.
I have the right one. Starting the right players. The moment of the game happened before the game even started. Starting the right players. How about that?
You're wrong. It was to me, it was the moment of the game. It may have been one of the best moments of the season. But there is a time at a very crucial point of the game, Mike, where Trey Townsend and ADO pressed together and forced a Baylor turnover. Yes. It was magical. I don't want to say I was crying, but I'm not going to say I wasn't crying.
Right.
It was amazing. Moment of the game, moment of the season.
Claire Cook says 600 lives. No, I have our high for a post game I think was 86. But during conference realignment, when Scheer was breaking everything, we were at like 900. We've never quite got to 1,000. So spread the word. We need to get to 1,000. But that was a big one. Either way, Trey Townsend did get a steal in this game as well. So we got to go with that.
My bad, Trey.
Now I do have to give a little bit of credit to KJ Lewis, though. Again, I don't really want KJ Lewis having to play the point guard, but they were able to get by. He's clearly your backup point guard. Can we definitely, and for all the people on the board that are always beating me up for this, I don't care. If you have to go 10 minutes without Jaden Bradley on the court and the only other point guard can't get out onto the court, that is called a charity scholarship, and that's okay.
Yeah. I tried so hard tonight, too.
But Conrad is a charity scholarship. You agree, Scheer?
Shelby turned to me. She's like, why do you like Conrad so much? And I
you want to put Conrad out there? Get out of here.
Absolutely not. But look, it's not pretty, but no, I'm not putting now. I could live with putting Conrad against Utah and BYU. I'm
yeah, but not against the good team. Right, not against good teams.
Baylor. I'm not doing that.
Yeah, okay. Well, there again. So again, hence for all the people that get on me about the charity scholarship remark, you agree with me that it is a charity scholarship.
No. Tommy likes Conrad.
That's cool. That's cool. He likes him. He's not going to ever play him in a real team.
Give him another year. We'll see how he does at Santa Clara next year, and then we'll come back to this.
Philly B is such a win for me.
He's terrible.
Dude, Philly B's on a much better team and he starts.
Okay, if this is the route you want to go, Mike, I drop 2 words and this argument's over.
No. We don't talk about the past.
Philly's averaging 6 and 5.
Yeah, 6 and 5 on an NCAA tournament team.
He starts still. That's not bad. He had 34 minutes on Sunday. That's not bad. I like Philly B. He doesn't. Yeah. You know what I will say, and I don't think he minds. He minds this. When at Section 7, Mike and we went up to Murph after Philly had transferred. And we said, what are you thinking? Like Philly B takes like 18 shots a game? And he's like, no, why do you think that? And we're like, because all he does, he's going to go in and shoot. You know what? Dub for Murph. He's only taking 5 shots a game.
Exactly. All right. Now we got to bring back the super snaps right here. Cody, start at the beginning here. I need you to keep all of them.
This is a good question.
There's
Our question earlier was really
Alex
good.
Jacobson, 08. Hey, save that for the end, but we need to get back to that. Alex Jacobson, 08, Teamer Townsend, probably Jacobson. We do agree that Tollefson is better than
absolutely.
Townsend,
absolutely. Sure. There's no doubt about it.
TJ Van Marter, the great TJ Van Marter. This was a quintessential 8-on-5 game. The cheating was rampant. The cheating was everywhere. Hey, did we have a Jeremiah Dibble? Was there another Jeremiah Dibble super snap? Halakakik. Clench your back teeth and say with an SH sound.
What are we doing?
I don't know. I don't get it. I don't know.
Where is it?
I don't know. Yes, Robert Magnuson with the 6-man rotation plus ADO and Trey foul trouble in the tourney scares me. I would agree with that. I have no problem. Yeah, Tollefson, though, that was actually a bad one in that. Oh, by the way, Illinois fans, no, Rick Barents, great Rick Barents just says, Mike, any Illinois fans in your DMs are mentioning you? No, but guess what? I'm going to be in their DMs mentioning them tomorrow because guess who they play tomorrow? It's Wisconsin and then Duke, right?
Yeah, Wisconsin tomorrow, Duke. You know what I like about the Monday game too? We could just hang out. We could talk about Illinois.
No. Tomorrow, what time is that Illinois game?
I don't know. I think it's like 6:30.
Oh, perfect.
Let me see. It is. Yeah, I nailed it. I memorized their schedule. You're welcome, everyone.
Yes. Yeah.
6:30.
Yeah, perfect. Wop, 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 wop. All right, so the moment of the game, we disagree with the moment, but yeah, and they're getting rolled by Duke. Very, very much looking forward to that game tomorrow. Oh, how? Okay, now, that's how you do Connery. Welcome to the Rock. Yeah, so Illinois plays tomorrow. All right, now, you think, Scheer, that Arizona is back on the 3 line? Yeah. This is true.
Yeah, I think it's going to wind up being between them and Tech. But here's the deal. This time of year, you look at good wins over bad losses, right? Going at Baylor and beating Baylor at Baylor is a very good win. The issue is when you look at Texas Tech, and I think Texas Tech is really good, Mike.
Right.
TCU, West Virginia, Houston, Kansas, Colorado, ASU. They have 2 games that would be good wins because West Virginia's at home. Home against Houston and away at Kansas. Arizona's got multiple opportunities. So
yes, again, this was a tasty win. Okay, now Tech also had a cup. Daniel Bejarano or Conrad Martinez. Oh, Daniel Bejarano. Do you know Daniel Bejarano when he went to like Colorado State averaged like I think he like led the nation in rebounds for a wing or something. It was it was kind of Hey, I'm not rooting against Boswell. I'm rooting against Illinois, Brad Rich.
Yeah, we don't root against. Come on.
Yeah, I don't really care what Boswell does, but I do absolutely root against Illinois, though.
Yeah, we don't actively root against Boswell. It's Illinois fans, and if they finish the way I think they're going to finish, they're a bubble team, which is funny. Yes. Because Mike, here's the story. Mike, we got beat up by Illinois fans.
Yeah, we did.
We didn't do anything wrong.
Right. We did nothing wrong. Oh, by the way, Wilbur's big burner has already clipped the
crotch shot.
No, the HIV.
He did the crotch shot too.
Oh, did he? Okay, hold on.
Maybe started OnlyFans.
Oh no. Wilbur's big burner. I thought he was going to do the HIV one. Anyways, all right. Now, Elliot Pitts or Trey Elliot Pitts. Okay. Now, Arizona then going forward, I expect Arizona to be able to beat both Utah and BYU. You would agree with this, Scheer?
Yeah. I mean, Utah's playing better, but Arizona's at home against Utah and BYU. I think Arizona should win both games pretty easily.
Okay, now Arizona right now is 12-3 in conference. Jeremiah Dibble, very fun. Arizona right now is 12-3 in conference, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you got to figure, you got to at least worst case scenario, you're 15-5. Absolute worst case scenario, correct?
Yeah.
And I would, before the season, I think that we would all, I think we would have absolutely taken that, right?
Oh, you crazy? 15-5, your first year in the Big 12? That's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that's and then 16-4. 16-4, you would absolutely absolutely. I'm going to go on record and say this year, I think they're going to beat one of Iowa State and Kansas. Probably Kansas, but
I could see that. The only thing we both agree that Arizona is better than Kansas. The only thing is you're playing them on senior night and all that, and it's going to be crazy and blah blah blah. Yeah. I mean, why not? Why not Arizona?
Yeah.
What are you eating?
Yeah, that's got to be the motto. Why not Arizona?
What are you eating? What are you eating?
I had like one of these like little chocolate gummy things. They're very, very tasty, but it's not like a gummy, like a weed gummy, but it's like.
That's what I was going to ask.
No. I wouldn't do that on air. Yes. Okay. Now, Jaden Bradley, though. Jaden Bradley, this is one reason, though, that we can't go into next season without having another ball handler, because that was a very treacherous ordeal watching that. I got very, very nervous about that. I will say this, though, Scheer. One thing that I don't get about this is that Vegas, I thought I didn't really get why Vegas was off on this one. You and I were talking about this before the game. Arizona's better than Baylor.
We both agreed that the only way Mike and I talk 48 times a day. The only way Baylor was going to win,
mostly about Wilbur's big burner, though.
Yeah, is if they went nuts for 3, because otherwise they had no chance, and they couldn't even get off clean looks. They went 5 of 22. Yeah, that was really the only way they were going to win, because Arizona likes to go through their bigs. Their bigs are good. Henry was killing them the first time when they had their starting center. Now they don't.
Yeah.
Omir, what was crazy was Omir literally didn't defend the entire first half.
Hey, you know what's weird? Omir, though, also trying to cheat. That scurrilous cheating.
I mean, that's a flagrant.
That was cheating. Nice try there, putz. Okay, let's see here. What do we have in here? I will be at the Kansas game. Can't wait. Very good job, Devin. Very good job.
I do not think Nick Hart. Do you think Arizona could win the Big 12? No, absolutely not.
No.
Houston would have to lose 3 games?
Yeah, no. And honestly, I have no problem with Houston winning the conference, because Houston is the best team in the conference. Okay,
I'm cool with that.
Everybody hit the like button. Wop. Okay. I have no problem with that. I think Arizona is either second or third best team in the conference.
Look, we don't need to win the Big 12, Mike. We have bigger picture. We need Seattle.
Yeah,
and we need not a 4 seed or a 5 seed.
Hey, let me ask you. Hey, you know what cracks me up is Aleda and Andy Taylor. Like, they'll put in the comments, "God is good, amen." Or
he is.
I mean, well, yeah, but I don't know that anybody's disputing that on here, are they?
Maybe Illinois fans.
Oh, I got another person on here that doesn't like. Have you seen this Jennifer DeBella lady? She's the new Mary Ruth Farrell. She doesn't like me, and she goes on everything, and she says, "This guy's all over the place. He's insane. He's a crackpot. Get him off." She used to say that when I was at the previous spot. Now that I'm independent, she is saying, "Get this guy off the air." No, I run the channel now. You mess with the paw, you get the glove.
I kind of agree with her, though. Get this.
Well, I know, but she messed with the paw. You get the glove. Okay, now Meisner messaged me this, by the way. If our 3-point shooting was respectable, we would win the conference. Correct. But you know what? At some point, I just don't think that. I just don't think that you want to. You don't want to be too good, and I think that's kind of where we're at right now.
You know what? Here's the interesting thing with 3-point percentage. Okay. Houston is actually 9th in the country. They're very good. When you start looking like this, in a way, people are going to hate this, Mike. We said shooting is overrated. And if anything, this is proving our point.
Right. I totally agree. And you know what I don't like? Like about you, though, and you were on the same exact bandwagon.
Spacers are different than shooting.
Yeah, but you were on the same bandwagon. You were on the same bandwagon. Yeah. This is for Udafo. Heck, take that, Udafo. This is at the same time they're winning all these games without shooting.
I know, that's my point.
Take that. What? wop, wop, wop. Now, again, it's cool to have shooter. I'll tell you what, though. I would rather have a team full of guys that can get to the basket and get fouled. I think, was there the stat that Arizona leads the team? And isn't there a stat that Arizona leads the Big 12 in free throw attempts?
I'll look. I don't see why not.
Yes.
Why
I think
not, let's see. Free throw percentage.
No. Free throw, free throw attempts.
Free throw.
I think Arizona leads it, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. Take that, Spacers. Take that. This was a quad 1 win, right?
Oh, yeah. Every game, the only ones that won't be a quad 1 remaining are, I think BYU is still a quad 1. Utah wouldn't be, and ASU, I think would not be.
No, there's no way ASU would be a quad 1 win.
If it was on the road, but BYU would be, I believe, Kansas, then Iowa State.
Oh, all right. Now, got to Hal J. Townsend launching a 3 into the defense's hands.
That was awesome.
Dude.
That was cool.
You know what's funny? Baby. You know what's funny about that 3-point? The heat check when you don't even make any? That's
just awesome. Scored. That was a heat check. Let my boy, if Caleb Love put that up, we'd be like, oh, go get him another one.
I like how it's funny in our group messages. Cody, or I think it's Brogan, said to us in group, Brogan goes, who dislikes who more, Cody with Caleb Love or Mike with Trey Townsend? And then we've all said Mike with Trey Townsend. And then Scheer said, but let's be honest, though. There's more. Yeah. Mike's got more of a reason here than... Go ahead.
Kobe has a good point, too. How do we know Trey's not saving himself for the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hey,
teams are going to scout, be like, we don't need to guard that guy. Boom, Trey.
We got Land the Man with the master plan in here. Let's bring up Aris Dental here. I got to tell you this story. This is an amazing story right here.
I'm ready.
Amazing story. Okay, back the Aris Dental look ahead. All right, here's the deal. As you all know, go to Aris Dental right now and, well, I mean, not like literally right now, but schedule an appointment if you're going to get a dental implant, because a lot of times these things are like $35, $18,000 or whatever. You got to go to Belize if you want to get them cheaper, or wherever you want to. Either way, there is a BYU fan from, I believe it was Indiana, if I'm not mistaken, that is flying out here because he saw it on Twitter to go get one of these deals right here. I'm thinking about getting an implant myself, even though I don't need one because of what a great deal it is. Just kind of investing in the future. But again, implant with the crown for only $19.97, my friends. Check it out. You got somebody that's literally Iowa. You got somebody that's literally flying out here to be able to get in on that deal. Now, back the Aris look ahead. Scheer, what is it? BYU, then Utah. Are those the two teams that we got?
Yeah, BYU Saturday, Utah on a Wednesday.
Yes. Yes, TJ Van Martyr says, can you confirm that Aris Dental will make sure my uvula and tongue are intact? Absolutely. Absolutely. I can guarantee it. Land will absolutely do that. Arizona needs to beat both of those teams. They need to beat the snot out of both those teams. Sure. It's at home.
Yeah. BYU should be double digits, 8 to 10 points. Utah should be a massacre. Utah doesn't match up. BYU, you never know. Team like that's hitting threes. Weird things happen, but Arizona should beat both for sure.
Yes. All right. Now, Tony Olivero says, Henry, the spacer we never knew we always had. You can't guard what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. This is the epitome of you mess with the paw, you get the glove. And that's exactly what he was. I bet you Henry Vasar sat down before the season and literally said, you mess with the paw, you get the glove.
He did. And probably in a different language too. We got to, an Estonian. We got to see what that. I'm looking at the message board. You know how big of a win this is, Mike?
How big?
Our boy Flanagan started a super positive thread. Great win. Tommy's teams are tough, et cetera, et cetera.
Do you think that's just because, though, that I've literally started like 3 threads just mocking his negativity?
Oh, well, yeah.
Hey, do you think can we talk about, and you actually had a good tweet. And can we talk a little bit about how maybe Tommy doesn't need to be fired?
Yeah, I just think, and again, this could change Saturday, but I think his job should be safe for now.
Yes. Now, okay. Now,
you're right, by the way. Whoever just said that, I missed a comment. BYU's a quad 2 because you got to be 1 through 30 in the net. You need to memorize this. 1 through 30 in the net to be quad 1, and they're 36 to the net.
Oh, my guy Peeposh just said Mike Luke looking very, very stylish tonight. Okay, let's see here. All Oh, hey, Wilbur's Big Burner. Okay, that's not the one that I thought he was going to. That's not the one that I thought he was
Look,
going
we
to.
got it's a long night ahead of us.
Yeah. We got a long night ahead of us.
Also, did you mention what we like to mention, Mike? Kansas State. You're welcome, everyone, in the Big 12.
Broke them.
We broke them. We broke Kansas State.
They suck. Welcome. Yeah. Okay. Now look at this. Miss Shelby K, the lovely Miss Shelby K, mess with the pocket. The glove in Estonian is Kapajama Jama Kinas Kate. Kapajama.
I'm gonna tweet this.
Kapagama Jama Knatus Kate.
Can I tweet this right now? I got to make sure it's not like bad.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Yeah, no, it's Estonian. Hey, you know that we actually have a fan base in Estonia, right? This is true.
We're big in Estonia and Indonesia.
No. Yeah. No, we have it. No, we have a big fan base in Estonia. Even if let's see, even if Tommy even thinks about losing again, he's getting the boat. Yeah, I mean, I guess I could see that. There's too many syllables. Welcome to the uniform. Okay. Brad Rich says, I feel like Mike knows Estonian better than he knows what Sean Connery sounds like. No, I sound just like Sean Connery. You know what's funny? I actually don't think Fran Forshill is a bad commentator, but today he was annoying though.
He was openly rooting for Baylor, it felt like.
And he kept repeating the same stuff over and over. Like he gave
me the same thing. That VJ Edgecombe just needs to know how good he is.
Well, he also did the same thing with Henry, though. He kept saying Henry Vasar is not an NBA prospect this year, but next year he is going to be an NBA pro. Dude, you've already said it like 8 times. Yeah. I get it.
Yeah, he's just super repetitive. And he's always positive, which is nice for a change, but
he's just Wilbur's Big Burner agrees. They were obnoxious. Oh, man, look at these. See, that's the thing. I never know how to tell. Yeah, but next year. Yeah, he just kept saying, UFO just keeps putting it, but next year.
Let me tell you about a story about Kylan Boswell. Did you know at one point he was 17 years old?
Did you know at one point Mike Luke was 17 years old?
What? Did you know Noah Fafita knew T-Mac when they were kids?
No, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Tobe and let's see here. Take it into the chest. Fran loves the Big 12. All right. Carter Bryant gets no love from Fran. Let's talk about Carter L. Bryant for a second.
Good game.
Yeah, it was. I believe the Carter L. Bryant, I think NIL changes things when it comes to a guy like Carter Bryant, because in my opinion, Carter should come back because you're going to get paid a lot of money if you do come back. And my worry with him is getting lost in the NBA, because right now there's a lot of stuff he can't do. If he came back and he didn't go to the MNBA and he does come back, then you can tighten up the dribble a little bit. You can stop hacking everybody, 3 different times. But he's probably a first-round pick now. I think if he comes back, he's probably a top 10 pick.
Yeah, and I'll be from what I understand with people who I talk to, it's not a guarantee he's even a first-round pick right now.
Right.
Now, the question is, do you want to take the risk for a G League contract? Because he's a G League guy right now.
Right.
And that's not it's just, I think, physically, right? Do you do that, or do you come back another guy?
I would come back
right now, and I love Carter. You know what I think of Carter? He's awesome kid, awesome family, awesome player. He's not good enough right now at creating for himself. Right now, he is a 3-and-D type of guy. He's a good passer for sure, an elite passer. I think he showed that tonight. But taking guys off the dribble and stuff like that, he's not good enough yet.
Is he better than Dallin Terry at the same stage?
Better offensively for sure. Dalen was a better defender.
All right. I'm just saying. I know. I agree with you. I want him to come back. I would 6 assists as well. He's a pretty cerebral guy. Do you think that he would you rather
Shelby has a point. Shelby has a point. Sorry.
She has a point. She always
look at Edgecombe as a true freshman and compare him to Carter. Just in their scoring ability and all that.
I get it. Well, no, Edgecombe's a different level. I mean, there's really no other way around it. Let me ask you this. Would you rather have a freshman Koa L. Pete or a sophomore Carter L. Bryant?
You put me in bad positions with these.
No. I'd rather have a. We were supposed to do the hedge. We're going to do the hedge tomorrow. I would rather have a a sophomore Carter L. Bryant, because I don't know that I would have anybody.
Why not both?
Well, I mean, duh.
Put Carter at the 3.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. But I would still have Carter at the 3, because now that Tommy Lloyd is figuring out that he can also play Tobe Awaka and Henry Vasar at the same time,
Look, man, look. Give me Jaden Bradley, Braden Burries, Carter Bryant, Koa Pete, Awaka, whatever, and Henry at the 5, and let's go win a national title.
No, I agree with that. I'm just saying that if I had to, if you pulled my arm, twisted my leg, or whatever that term is, if you had to do any of that, I would still rather have Carter L. Bryant because I believe that you can get. I believe Arizona's front court next year is actually pretty good with or without Koa L. Pete.
I agree with that. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, I think that's yeah. And he also Also, how do we participate, sponsor NIL stuff? Message Scheer on that. That's more of a Scheer question for me, or for me. I mean, for you.
You just Venmo us directly.
Yeah. Just Venmo us, and we'll get it to him. Wink, wink. Okay, now, what else do we have? What else do we have up here, Cody? Hey, Arizona Primary Eye Care. We are going to go with the Arizona Primary Eye Care assist of the game. Assist of the game. Okay, now, we very much like Cheryl on this show. Cheryl Schmidt runs Arizona Primary Eye Care for routine locations, or 4 locations for routine exams, and I guess routine locations as well. But now, the pass of the game. What was the pass of the game? I'm trying to think off the top of my head. What was the pass
I got it. This is easy.
What do you got?
The pass, because my guy, I'm just going to show him love, was the deep pass to Trey Townsend that allowed him to get that layup.
Oh, yes.
Anytime you can get Trey Townsend a bucket, that's your play of the game.
Yes. No, as Cheryl did. Cheryl got me the Tom Fords. When I went there, they told me that if we're going to sponsor, if we're going to partner with you, you have to look better. And guess what? I guess I look better now.
I need to call Cheryl because I do. I do need glasses.
You do. Yeah. Plus, you bought a lot of merchandise. Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody out there, go buy merchandise. Help us help you. Also, TJ Van Martyr says free eye exams for Big 12 refs. Okay. Would you rather have Braden Burries or KJ Lewis next year?
I love KJ Lewis. I just think that this team badly needs another ball handler. It just does.
Now, is there any way that we can get rid of Conrad and then say, guess what?
I don't like talking about getting rid of kids.
No, I know you never would. I get that. But I do like I like KJ's a winning basketball player. Brad Rich, I hate people with 2 first names, but we'll go with it. I don't know if KJ had the offensive firepower to get the MNBA attention. He plays D like a thicker, shorter Rondé, but without the shot. Rondé had no shot.
KJ Lewis right now is not an NBA player.
Right. But
but I mean, just
yeah. That was an interesting. Did you see what our guy Aaron Torres said?
Yeah, he was wrong. I think he was just kissing your butt, but
I don't blame him. I mean, my butt
definitely, not accurate at all. But,
yeah. I was like, if you wanted to say Henry, I would have been like, cool. I would have taken that.
I was waiting for you to like text me and be like, I told you.
But nah. He was
great tonight, though. I thought tonight was one of his better, more complete games of the season. There was also the one pass. I don't know who did it. Maybe you guys can help me in the comments, where he hit ADO baseline and ADO finished a tough shot. The pass was perfect. I don't remember who did it, though.
Right.
He's cutting on the baseline.
Let's see here. Michael S. I agree with what you're saying, but if Koa L. Pete and Braden Burries come here, they are not coming here to come off the bench.
No. Nope.
I can assure you of this. Yes. I would like them to. There aren't yoga pants yet. Unfortunately. But there is. Okay. Now, Scheer, let's look ahead a little bit then to Arizona's a 3 seed. I've been saying this for the longest time. I don't want the 4 seed. I don't want the 4 or the 5. I'd rather have a 6.
Yeah.
I'd rather have a 3. But again, I also want to say, listen, this is also looking at if Arizona's a 3 seed, can we still get up to SRS?
Yeah, it depends on other teams. It's going to be close, though.
All right. Well, again, that's
and it's annoying because usually, like, I have booked flights before Selection Sunday because I am so confident. It's going to be tough this year.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. But we're still hoping for SRS. That would be great. Yeah. But you know what's going to be
Balls Arena isn't bad. Balls
Arena isn't bad. But guess what? If there was an SRS, if there, what was I saying?
If it was an SRS?
No, that wasn't what I was going to say. Oh, but we were all excited, though, too, because at the same time, Cody, put it on there, the link. Where can people get merchandise?
Link the store.
Yeah, we need to link the store.
You need a graphic or something.
Yeah, we need a graphic, too, as well, yes. Let me ask you this, though. If Arizona were to go to SRS, you know, it's kind of looking like it might not be there. Our good buddies from Illinois.
Yeah, they're done, dude. They're 4 or 5. I think
they're in a lot. I think they're in deep poo.
I think they're asking for like an 8-9.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Oh, and that's another great point too. Meisner, the great Meisner. If we're in SRS, the chances of having Duke or Auburn are pretty minimal. Regardless, that's a great point.
No, that has nothing to do with it. Because Duke could be in the Sweet 16. No, it's not. Duke, Seattle, your pods have nothing to do with location. Arizona could play in Seattle and still be in the East. The East, West, South, whatever is when you get to the Sweet 16.
That doesn't make any sense.
First round, it's when you get to Sweet 16. So Arizona would still go play Duke wherever that is.
Well, whatever.
And Michael Luke in Newark, New Jersey. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't want to go there.
No, there's no chance you would go to Newark.
Yes. Okay. Let's see. Did Mike want to visit SRS before or after the handsome glasses? No, I want to go to SRS either way. I'll go to SRS blind.
You fit in real well in SRS with those glasses. I think.
Yeah. But the thing about with SRS though is that I don't even need to be able to see. I just have to make sure that the nostrils are working. That's where it's at. Okay. Now, it is weird, but it's true. I do not understand any of this. Okay, but we're going to have a little bit of a shorter post game because I have to be on the radio tomorrow at 7 o'clock. Scheer's going to be joining us at 7:15. This is true. And then we are going to be back on here at 10:30 like normal. You guys are the best. Scheer, where can they find you doing your work?
WildcatAuthority.com and the Wildcat Scoop podcast. About to record the post game show here with Shelby because we're going in. It's a big win.
Yeah. Okay, and we got Cody James Martin behind the scenes. You guys are absolutely the best.
Super snaps, like.
Oh yeah. More super snaps. Or no, well, let's read the super snaps. Come on. Okay, $9.99. No soft weenies. P.S. Edgecomb is kind of good. Agreed. Welcome to the rock. Okay, Claire Cook, $4.99 because you guys help curb my cardiac cat's anxiety. Great show, fellas. Thanks, Claire. Got a killer picture right there, by the way. All right, Jerry B, $1.99. ADO and Vasar, baby. 2 white guys. Okay, John Taylor, $4.99. Tommy's huge spot weaknesses on Baylor's D in first half and put on all 3 bigs. A genius. Very, very good. Okay, what else we got? Wilbur's Big Burner. Wop. Yes. Jeremiah Dibble, road win, road dogs, high win, big to big passes, very, very impressive. Hashtag Trey stinks. Yes. AZ Wildcat fan, the Awaka Vasar lineup hides ADO on defense a little bit more, and let's have HV, I got in trouble for that earlier, and ADO creativity on offense. Yes, I would agree with that. TJ Van Martyr, this was a quintessential 8-on-5 game. The cheating was rampant, and we still won. Take that. You mess with the paw, you get the glove. Hal J, check your back teeth and say, that feels like you're trying to get me into trouble. I will not do that. What else we got? Enjoy the process. $1.99 Hunting, Arizona. Alex Jacobson, 08, or Townsend. I'm going to go with Alex Jacobson on that one.
Sure, why not?
Yeah. Okay. Robert McLaughlin. Yeah. That's a hard pass. With a 6-man rotation plus ADO and Trey, foul trouble and the tourney scares me. Correct. Agreed.
Sure.
But it is what it is. That's how you do Connery. I know. I do a great job of it. Hal J again. Okay. Very, very good. I do a very good job of it. Pinhead, Braden Burries or KJ Lewis. I think we'd probably still go with Braden Burries, and we love KJ Lewis. Okay. Oh, man. Super snap. John Taylor, 99-cent super snap. Oh, Meisner, the great Meisner. $5 super snap. Great win tonight. Woohoo. Shelby L. Scheer. Hit the like button. $1.99 super snap.
Why didn't you just give me $2, Shelby?
Yeah. No, I like that. Very much like that. Okay. All right, Alex Rabb. And none of this intro happened without Alex Rabb. He is the best. We very much like Alex Rabb. All right. We'll be back with you tomorrow at 10:30. You guys are great. Talk to you tomorrow. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. You've been listening to the AZ12 podcast.